Thank you to the Altman Foundation and the Horace W. Goldsmith Foundation for helping make the PROJcast possible.
Welcome to our show. Join our flow. It's the 52nd Street PROJcast.
From the heart of Hell's Kitchen, this is the PROJcast,
a podcast created by the community at the 52nd Street Project.
I'm Karen. I'm 15 years old. I'm from Hell's Kitchen, and I like art and sports.
And I'm Garrett Kim, program director here at the project.
Thank you for tuning in to our first episode.
Yeah, first episode.
Woo-hoo.
How are you feeling, Karen?
I'm pretty chill. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
Amazing. I'm really excited that you are my first co-host.
Yeah, you're pretty all right.
Wow, thank you so much. Very high compliment. Like Karen said, this is our very first episode, and there may be some listeners who don't know about us yet. Since you're a member here, Karen, why don't you tell them a little bit about the 52nd Street Project?
Well, the 52nd Street Project is a program that kind of teaches kids who are older, so around 9 or 10 is like usually when you start, and it teaches you how to like act and how to write plays and more about like how to present yourself and project your voice and kind of become a more outspoken person in a way.
Totally. We're a nonprofit in New York City that partners kids in the Hell's Kitchen neighborhood with professional artists. Most of the time, these partners are working together to create original art, whether it be theater or film or writing. Sometimes these partnerships are more traditional mentorships. We have a lot of programs here at the 52nd Street Project, but every single member here starts with one very special class, the very first program that every kid completes before they become official members like Karen here.
Playmaking.
Exactly.
And what better way to kick off our podcast than to dive into the playmaking class and what it's all about?
Couldn't have said it better myself. On this episode, we'll get an up-close and personal look at the playmaking class.
Hear from some recent playmakers about their experiences.
We have an interview between a project member and an adult volunteer who met during the playmaking program.
Plus, we've got a special treat at the end, so don't change that dial.
That's a lot of ground to cover.
So let's get started.
First up, we sent one smart partner pair back into the playmaking class to get us the inside scoop. And now's probably a good time to mention, you're going to hear the phrase smart partners a lot on this podcast. And don't worry, we're going to do a whole episode about smartners. But for now, all you really need to know is that...
Why don't you just let a smart partner explain?
Right. My bad. Take it away, Karen.
So smart partner is a mentor that project kids can have here. And basically, you'll get matched up with an adult that kind of like has similar interests as you, or it's someone that you'll like get along with really well. And you can do fun things once a week, or you can just have someone to talk to every once in a while.
Awesome. Thanks, Karen.
You're welcome.
I hope I don't do that weird thing where like my S's are all weird.
This is Emmanuel, a member of the 52nd Street Project, like me.
Your S's are all weird?
And that's his smart partner, Tim J. Lord.
Yeah.
You mean like a lisp?
Sort of like a lisp.
Like this?
No.
Or is that too extreme?
That's extremely extreme.
Extremely extreme, I gotcha.
That's like a normal lisp. No.
Emmanuel and Tim met about 4 years ago at the project. At the time, Emmanuel was in the playmaking class, and Tim was on staff as our technical director. They recorded what you're about to hear in the winter of 2017.
Emmanuel's the kind of kid the project was made for.
Are you normally into theater, or do you do other things, or like what's
I've
your...
never done anything theater before.
Before coming to the project?
Yes.
But you've done stuff since you've been here?
I've actually participated in most of the stuff I could. I didn't really participate in any extracurricular activities.
It's true. Though he doesn't usually participate in extracurriculars, he does a lot of programs with the project. And when it comes to matching up kids with adult partners for these programs, us staffers put a lot of thought into every partnership. But it's extra important that smart partners click.
What kind of hobbies do you have outside the project?
Being a weirdo.
True statement.
Good thing Emmanuel and Tim are self-professed weirdos.
The tongue, eyes, and brain are all edible.
Which we learned playing a game last week.
Oh, yes, we did. I also learned that back in the olden days, air quotes fingers,
Mm-hmm.
when they were tanning animal hide, they said, and I quote, they would mash the animal's brain into a slippery solution, which is disgusting. Completely disgusting.
You don't want to just go do that now?
I'm good.
You good?
I'm not tanning any hide right now.
Maybe we should. Maybe we need to get ready
Sounds like fun.
for the apocalypse.
Emmanuel started his playmaking class in the fall of 2014. So at the time they were recording, it had been 3 whole years.
What do you remember about like starting class with?
I remember, like, I started class with a few of my friends being there, but I did make, it was fun making friends, I guess. And I also learned how to write a play.
Mhm.
That was awesome.
What'd you like most about it?
The characters. I liked making characters.
Why? What was cool about that?
Because you could pretty much do anything that you wanted with them. Like, you could make your character a ninja from outer space,
Mhm.
stuff like that. But, like, there are really, like, almost no limits to the kind of character that you could create.
Right.
But playmaking isn't all fun and games.
I remember writing the play and how agonizing it was.
Why was it agonizing?
I hate to write. I'd have the best grades in the world if I liked to write.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not the best grades, but I'd have some pretty good grades.
How is it that you finally managed to write this play, though? Do you remember?
I had to. There's nothing else. I was in too deep.
You were in too deep.
Yeah, I couldn't just steal a car and go home
No, of
and
course
act like
not.
I was never here.
The kids in the playmaking class spend a weekend writing their plays with the help of adult dramaturgs. Tim worked with Emmanuel for this weekend. And Tim remembers Emmanuel saying these crazy, fun things, but not wanting to put pencil to paper. Every line he said out loud, Tim would coach him, "That's great, write that down." Ultimately, he did. But as he said himself, it wasn't easy. After completing the playmaking program, Emmanuel started coming to the project every day after school to hang out, to do his homework sometimes. He says yes to every program we ask him to be a part of. So when we asked him if he wanted to go back into the playmaking class, he jumped at the opportunity.
Is there anything you're looking forward to about that?
Well, yeah, because it's been a really long time. Almost 3 years.
Right.
For me, that's a long time because I'm only like 13 recently. So that's a really long time for me.
Mm-hmm.
And also, other kids' experiences are different from mine.
Sure.
And I want to know how they feel about stuff. Because, I'm just one person. I only have one experience. I don't have a lot of experience. Or multiple of them.
Right.
So maybe it'll be fun to find out.
Are you excited about, getting to see Natalie do her thing and playmaking at all?
Yeah. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
A long while.
Do you have any memories of cool stuff that Natalie did or weird stuff that you did or things that blew
Hello,
your mind?
Joe.
Hello, Joe. I know what you're talking about. Hello, Joe.
Hello, Joe. What do you know?
Maybe we can get some audio. Emmanuel, do you want to introduce our guest here?
Oh, yes. We have Natalie, the person who teaches playmaking.
Hello.
We should mention that Natalie is also our artistic director.
Yes, definitely mention that.
And the pair interviewed her after they sat in on the class.
How does it feel to teach playmaking twice a year?
It's great. It's actually my favorite thing that I do at the 52nd Street Project. I'm on my 6th group. Emmanuel, you were in my first group. But it is my favorite thing I get to do and meet the new kids and see how creative they are and what inspires them.
Does it ever get boring?
No, it never gets boring because every kid is really different. And I sometimes go into class thinking it might be boring because I've done this already many of times, but every kid is so unique and different that I'm always surprised every class. So it does not ever get boring because of that.
That's cool to hear.
So, and then can you just describe, what is the whole playmaking class? What is it like? How does it start? What does it do? What are your goals? Stuff like that.
Yeah, so the playmaking class we're hoping to have the 9 and 10-year-olds by the end of the 8 weeks know how to write a full play. So the goal is the main structure that we follow at the 52nd Street Project is that every play should have 3 main parts to it.
What are they, Gilbert?
Want, conflict, and change.
How'd you know?
okay? If you're writing about two characters, both characters should have a very strong want. They want something that's really, really important to them, right? Boys, you with me? Okay, so they both want something really important. Those wants come into some sort of conflict. What does conflict mean? Does anyone have an idea? Kaylee?
What I think it means, so a conflict is like a problem.
That's the key word, absolutely. It's the problem. Big problem of the play. Every play should have a problem. The characters both have a strong want. That want creates a problem, a conflict, right? And then some sort of change has to occur, okay? There has to be some sort of solution. Doesn't always have to be a happy solution, but something has to change. They have to do something to change the conflict, okay?
So it's about building the students to get to that point. And we start with, of course, characters. So how do you develop a character? How do you how do characters express themselves? What can be a character? Getting to know the character fully. So we create character profiles, which is a big part of the process. What is a character name? What is it? Do you remember this, Emmanuel? It's age,
Yes.
habitat, occupation.
Which is job.
Job, yeah. Their-
Who do they love, or
Yeah, their most important
What do they
being.
want,
What do they want?
and what is their fear?
That's exactly right. And then their quirk. Remember that one?
Oh yeah, what's unique about them?
That's exactly right. So we always start with the structures. If we fully develop characters, then every part of the process can be easy. So by the end of it, they have a full sense of what their characters look like, and then they're able to then plug in that information and create a full play, looking at what the characters want, their wish, the conflict, sometimes that's the fear, and then some sort of change.
Remember when Emmanuel said he liked making characters?
Do you remember any of the characters that you created in that class?
Jake the Nibbler. That's supposed to be like Jack the Ripper.
Oh,
But he
gotcha.
would take people's sandwich and nibble on them.
Oh, I think I remember this.
Yeah, I don't remember what the main character was called.
Uh-huh.
Maybe Fat Cop.
What do you remember? Like, what happened between the two characters? Do you remember that? The
Fat
story
Cop wanted a sandwich very badly.
Uh-huh.
And the Nibbler, he would nibble people's sandwich to the point where, like, he has a lot of gross saliva on the sandwich. He doesn't even eat the whole thing, just a bit, but enough to get a lot of his mucus and saliva on it.
Uh-huh.
And then you don't want to eat that.
No.
No, that was the whole premise. And he was a super villain.
The day Emmanuel and Tim sat in on Natalie's playmaking class, she was introducing the idea of want, conflict, and change.
And to introduce this important idea at the project, they did a classic playmaking activity, the cake play.
Yeah. The cake play.
So what the cake play does is that we all start from the same point. We all, as a class, improv together a child who wants to eat their birthday cake and a birthday cake who does not want to be eaten. So already we've established the want. We all have the same want together.
Okay, what should we name her? It's not Kaylee. What should we name this character, Joel? Light bulb?
Yeah. Sure. Light bulb.
Great. Light bulb, the girl, is turning, how old is she turning? Jayden?
21.
21. Okay. 21-year-old light bulb. Jeff is light bulb's birthday cake. What should we name him? Amari. The cake. Anything you want. Birthday cake? Great, your name is birthday cake.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So I need.
What kind of cake is it?
What kind of cake is it? He hasn't said anything of it. Yusuf. Chocolate cake? Perfect. What's the time? What is the time? Okay.
It is when the world just began. No. Wait a second. If the world just began. Well, she's 21. How many years is that?
Well, she was born before the world began. In this world, that's what happened.
I was born before what?
Where are we? Gilbert, where are we? Where's the place?
Empire State Building.
Beautiful. Empire State Building. Alright, so we have light bulb and birthday cake. What's happening? Remember at Rise, guys? Remind us what at Rise is? Just say it.
What's happening? What's happening?
Yeah, what's happening at the very beginning, right? So what's happening at Rise? Who hasn't said anything of it? Go ahead, Nyla. So remember, in this world, she's about to cut the cake. She's about to cut the cake. So I'll say
And it's about, we're all at the same starting point. We all know what the strong want is, and then allowing the kids to deviate from there. And I think that helps them ease into the idea of want, conflict, change when we start together and they finish separately. And you get 10 versions of the play and it ends completely differently. And I think that helps them understand, one, that they're all creative and they all have an idea that is different, and two, that there's so many ways to tell the story or same story, and that conflict can look very differently from one person to another.
After the Playmakers had a minute to work, Emmanuel interviewed a few of them.
Wait! Candles flicker. Even though I'm so delicious, don't cut me yet.
But it's my birthday. Crosses Armstrong's left foot. And hello, it's my birthday. And what's your name? Birthday cake. And what's today? Oh, my birthday.
Birthday cake scoots away. How about this? You can have half of me.
No, I want 3/4 of your cake. Deal?
No! How about I eat you instead? Or you can get another cake.
Deal. I will just let you eat me unless I give you a piece of strawberry cake.
Okay. 2 pieces.
Fine. But can I have 2 pieces of you?
Sure.
So, how did you feel when you were writing this?
You excited?
Was it fun?
Yes.
Cool. And your name is?
Faith?
Faith? Okay, and your name is?
Rachel?
Okay.
Do you want to ask Rachel any questions?
Oh, yes. How was it working with Faith?
It was a lot of fun. Faith put a lot of plot twists into the play, so I wasn't always sure where it was going. So it was exciting for me to get the opportunity to read it once she was done writing.
The kids in this playmaking, I interviewed them. They were a lot different than from, like, my playmaking.
How so? Tell me what you think about that.
I'm doing the questions, okay?
You can't answer any?
I will answer them, though.
Okay. I'm curious why you feel that way. Like, what about you?
Well, I guess, like, stuff that was popular then is not as popular, even though they're still saying those 21 jokes, which is really lame.
So you feel like what's cool or like what's popular has evolved.
And what, like, people say all the time, it changed a bit.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
Emmanuel also got some amazing exclusive footage of the end of that particular class when everyone gathers together and reads their unique versions of these cake plays out loud. Take a listen.
Take the knife away from me. You're scaring my sprinkles. If they're scared, then they jump off, and if they jump off, then you won't have the deliciousness of them. But hopefully you don't eat me.
He tries to move, but he is just a cake. Lightbulb succeeds cutting the cake.
No! Listen, I have to eat you or I'll die.
Someone help, please, someone help. No, you don't deserve help. After what you've done, you've ruined my birthday.
A nuke blows up out of nowhere.
I don't care.
Nyla enters. Welcome to the party. Let's play some music. Yay, let's color each other's nails.
You know what? I give up. Eat me, and all of my sprinkles and crumbs. Lightbulb takes a bite of its mouth.
You had a big mouth, but it sure is good.
Great class today, you guys.
So once they get through the entire class and they feel like they know how to write a play, then we take them away and they get to write another play, which will then be fully performed and produced in our theater. And I think that is the framework of every other program we do, is that about collaboration with an adult and kid working together, a kid feeling like they have agency over their creative work, and then seeing it fully realized and having that experience of success. So I think we try and keep those elements part of our process.
That's great. Emmanuel, do you have any other questions that you'd like to ask our special guest star today?
Our special guest star. What is your favorite part about teaching the kids, if you haven't already answered that?
No, that's a great question. My favorite part about teaching, wow, there's so many. I think it is watching them hear their work read. I think the very last class is my favorite. Watching them hear their first play being read out loud for the first time, to watch them be able to see that they can do it, I think is my favorite part. I feel very proud when I see the 10 of them get through that class and realize that they're totally capable of doing this. Even the ones who hate to write can do it.
This is a no judge zone, Natalie.
I'm not judging at all. I love that most of the kids started class hating to write. That's what it actually makes it exciting.
I ended class still hating to write, though.
You ended it. That's fair. It's not for everybody.
But you enjoyed the creation part.
I did enjoy the creation part.
It's just the actual physical writing part.
And now soda intermission.
And I will say, Emmanuel, even if you think you hated it, your show turned out very wonderful. So that's what we also try and get at. It's like, even if you think it's not fun, or you produce amazing stuff.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
I just didn't like to write it.
That's so fair.
Everything else was good.
I don't blame you or judge you.
Good.
All right. Well, thanks a lot.
Thank you, guys. This has been fun.
Good.
Thanks for the cool questions.
What was your experience of, like, being back in class?
It was sort of nostalgic. That's a big word, guys.
It is a big word.
And also, it was fun seeing how all the other kids did stuff that was different from mine.
I agree with what Nyla was saying. Like, it's always fun to see like how a play can start one way and then end so many different ways completely.
That was fun. I didn't remember like all of us doing different ones. I thought we all just did like one. It sort of made me remember when I wrote my play and how fun it was, because those kids had fun. I remember having fun, but also how hard it was, because I hate writing. Right. And how hard it was to write. It reminded me of that too. But overall, it reminded me of fun.
That's good.
Special thanks to Emmanuel, Tim, Natalie, and the Spring 2017 Playmaking class for contributing to this story.
A special shout out to Tim, who helped us put this story together. He recently moved to Minneapolis. Hey, Tim. We miss you.
We have to take a quick break to hear from one of our sponsors.
When we get back, more on Playmaking.
In a world where hunters have taken complete control of the population, one regular Joe.
Hi, I'm Joe.
Named Joe finds that his ordinary life is about to change.
Hey, Joe. Another regular day at the office, huh? Just like every other day.
Yeah, just like every other day.
After a terrible home accident, Joe finds himself in Home Depot on the most important day of his life.
Man, who will leave this perfectly good radioactive waste bucket here? I hope no one slips on it. Whoa! 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 Whoa, my God, a hammer!
After Joe comes to, Jerry, a Home Depot employee, rushes to his side.
Oh my God! You're a hammerhead?
Wait, I'm a shark?
No. Your head is a hammer.
Marvel Studios presents Hammer Guy.
Wait. You can't say Marvel. It's copyrighted. Also, we don't have the budget for this.
Never mind.
This movie is written decimals for the hammerheads out there. Side effects may include death, nausea, and even hair loss.
Welcome back to the PROJcast.
So, Karen, I want to know, what do you remember about the Playmaking class?
Well, one thing I remember is that my mom used to always call me at 4:30 thinking that it was over. And I had this, like, really weird, like, space ringtone, and it would just ring at 4:30. I mean, I guess about the class itself, it was, like, pretty fun. I was just kind of, like, shy at first because I didn't really know anybody.
Wait, and do you have any family who's been in the project before?
My cousin, Lori, has been in the project before.
Uh-huh.
But, like, none of my sisters have or anything.
Did your family move to the neighborhood, like, after they were too old? Is that the situation?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What did you do as a kid?
What did I do as a
Yeah,
kid?
did you like act and stuff?
It's so funny. I guess I probably started acting around the same time as Project Kids start acting, like in middle school.
Yeah.
But I mostly did sports because that's like what was like just more available.
Yeah.
So, I grew up in Wisconsin.
Yeah. In the suburbs.
In the suburbs, exactly, which is very different from Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways. Thanks for asking that. Do you have anything else?
I guess like just writing my play, like I didn't really know what to write about, and then I just like saw an outlet and I was like, hey, let me write about that.
What was your play about?
It was about like an outlet that was like dying because like he had no more energy from like a socket, but then there's like this new TV that comes in, and so he wants the TV's, I guess, energy from the plug. So he's trying to like convince her. Yeah.
That's amazing. So let's hear about the experience in playmaking class from a couple of our newest members.
So, say your name.
My name is Gianna.
And how old are you?
I'm 9 years old.
What was your favorite part of the playmaking class?
Where at the beginning we always say our names and say something that we like or love. That's my favorite part. And then after that, right after we're done writing all our plays, I like when everyone shares, because I like everyone's stories, because some people, they name their character like Dab and weird names, and it's funny.
My name is Jayden.
And your age?
10 years old.
And what was your favorite part of the playmaking class?
You get to write, like, basically whatever you want, and you can write your plays funny, and you can make the audience laugh, or you can make yourself laugh.
Hello.
Say your name, Amari.
Amari.
And how old are you?
10.
And what was your favorite part of the playmaking class?
How we got to express ourselves.
I liked the character profiles and making them. Nyla, I'm 10.
Why did you choose to become a member of the 52nd Street Project?
Because I was interested into creating and using my creative brain.
Because my sisters, and because I wanted to write my play. Because I really like writing.
And my mother was a member, and I also wanted to write plays, and I also wanted to act. So when I heard that I could do that here, I got more excited, and yeah, that's.
I actually came into the 52nd Street Project throughout my friends because I've heard a lot of good things about it and how it's like it's a productive place and it does really good. So me and my mom wanted to give it a try. We made the right choice.
Thanks to our very own John Sheehy for conducting those interviews.
Thanks, John. Hey, Karen, do you remember meeting your smart partner for the first time?
I remember that it was like September of 2014, right after I'd done my one-on-ones.
Mm-hmm.
And her name is Lauren Blumenfeld, and she's an actress, and she's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And we just really like clicked, and we like usually we would bake a lot and stuff like that, or like if not, we tried to go to like a Nutella themed bakery because we both love Nutella. But then it was closed down. But like we still got Nutella, so
good. She's
really cool and she's really fun and nice.
She's awesome. Lauren's amazing. And she's out in LA right now.
Yeah.
Right? So are you keeping in touch with her even though she's not living in the city anymore?
Yeah, we text sometimes. She's always like texting me like, how are you? And it's pretty cool.
I'm sure she's going to love hearing you on this. She'll be so excited. Hey, Lauren, if you're listening.
Hey.
Well, we're going to hear from another smart partner pair who met during the playmaking experience.
Here's Lakshmi and her smart partner, LaVoy.
Uh-oh. My co-anchor here is experiencing some technical difficulties and almost knocked over her microphone. Try and hold it together.
Okay.
So we're here to talk a little bit about our time here at the 52nd Street Project, particularly as it pertains to playmaking. We have been smart partners for 2 years now, but we met doing playmaking. I'm going to ask you, Lakshmi, to describe the experience of your first playmaking show, which we kind of have talked about a little bit about the beginning of it, but I want to know what you liked or what you might have done differently, and just describe the process, writing the play, and then what you thought when you saw it, and if it made you happy and all that.
So like in the beginning, I was like, oh my God. In the beginning, I was like, oh my God, what is my play gonna be about?
Mm-hmm.
Like I had no, like I wouldn't, like I didn't, I'm pretty sure some kids went like home, okay, I'm going on this trip this weekend. What is my play gonna be about?
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't thinking of that. Like I just like, we got to writing and I was just like, I just like made it up right there, haunted house.
I remember.
Yeah. And it was a bit tricky.
What was our play called?
The Haunted House.
Mm-hmm.
Very basic. And it was a bit hard because since I like had just made it up right there and I didn't like really have anything to guide me to my ideas.
Right, like you didn't have an outline or anything. You were writing it as we went along.
Yeah, as I went along, exactly. And like I remember that we had to, it was a want, a conflict, and a solution.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think the conflict was the hardest.
Yeah, conflict is hard. And I'll tell you, as a professional actor who works with plays a lot, like that's the thing that a lot of professional playwrights have the most trouble with, is figuring out how to make a conflict that feels real and then how to resolve it in a positive way.
Yeah. And I guess what I liked the most was everything. And I wouldn't change anything.
Wow. That's big. Oh, I love hearing that as your director and dramaturg. That makes me really
because I loved the way it turned out. And if I had changed anything, it wouldn't turn out that way.
Mm-hmm.
So I would leave it the same.
That's awesome. I'm really glad to hear that. This is the most interesting question that I will ask you first, and then you can ask me. What was your first impression of me when we met to do our playmaking situation?
I don't know. I thought you were like gonna be like when I saw you, I thought you were gonna be like one of those weird people that eat weird food.
Oh, like a vegan?
Yeah, like maybe like a vegan. Which is weird because my father is vegetarian.
I mean, no offense to all of our vegan friends. One love to all of our vegan and vegetarian friends, but I am an omnivore. I eat everything.
I'm an omnivore too. I eat everything too. But it was like, I thought like you were going to be like one of those weird people that do weird things.
I wonder why you thought that about me. What was I wearing?
I don't know.
All right. Well, you want to ask me the question?
Yes. What did you think of me?
I thought that I totally lucked out. Because here is this kid, you never know what you're going to get.
Mm-hmm.
And, I've been here for 6 years. At that time, I guess I'd been here for about 4 years and met all different kinds of awesome kids, boys, girls. I'll tell you, we were having this conversation. I was having this conversation with one of the other adult smart partners at the picnic last year at the end of the year.
Oh.
And we were talking about our smart partners. And I said, basically, Lakshmi is the person who I wish I could have been best friends with when I was her age.
Really?
Yeah.
Reality?
Yes, reality. That I just, even when I met you when you were 10, you were very poised. You were clearly very smart. You were so present. I remember you were looking me in the eye all the time, and that can be a complicated thing sometimes for kids and adults who don't know each other very well. And you were just so interested and curious, and your personality was just really great. And yeah, I just remember at the end of the meeting feeling like I had totally lucked out because I had like the coolest kid I could possibly have for my partner. Yeah, and then it was like 6 months later that that Liz asked me if I would be interested in being a smart partner, and I said I would. And she said specifically she was asking, they'd asked me in years past, but I hadn't been available to do it. And to be honest, I was like a little bit afraid of the commitment, you know?
Yeah.
So it's a big commitment. And I wanted to make sure I was going to show up for my kid. And she said that
You sound like a mother.
Yeah, well, it kind of feels that way, you know? It's not the same, obviously, but it's a commitment, you know, that you want to make a promise to somebody and you want to show up for them. And she said that you had requested me. And I was very touched and very, very excited. And so I said yes.
Thanks to Lakshmi in January for that interview. Okay, so our time's almost up this month.
But we have one more thing to share with you before we go.
Right. So we've talked a lot about how kids and adults at the project work together to make cool, original art.
But it's boring to listen to Garrett talk about it.
Hey. Okay, yeah, you're right.
So we're going to show you the magic that happens at the project.
Yep. This song you're about to hear was originally written for our songmaking program and performed by longtime project pal Celia Keenan-Bolger earlier this year.
Without further ado, here's Will Things Change, written by Rosneyri and Rachel Dean.
How will everything be? What will everyone think of me? I wish everything would be just fine. But as long as I'm happy, everything will be all right. I got so used to my school, but things can change. My friends, oh, I'll miss them, but things can change. I wonder what type of people there will be. I remember being with my friends. We used to tell each other secrets, or hang out after school until 8, or going to the movies and having sleepovers. I'm gonna miss this life, but everything will be all right. I got so used to my school, but things can change. My friends, oh, I'll miss them, but things can change. I wonder what type of people there will be. And I will miss all my teachers, so thank you for teaching me. And all the pizza that we ate, and my friends, we could start all over. I'm gonna miss this life, but everything will be all right. I got so used to my school, but things can change. My friends, oh, I'll miss them, but things can change. I wonder what type of people there will be. I'm gonna miss this life, but everything will be all right.
That was Celia Keenan-Bolger performing Will Things Change, written by Rosneyri and composed by Rachel Dean. A special shout out to the musicians who performed Rosneyri's song at our gala last year: Kimberly Grigsby, Doug Derryberry, and John Epcar.
Wow, that was a really good song.
Yeah.
Really touching.
Yeah.
That's all the time we have this month.
Already?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, thank you, Karen, for being my first co-host.
You're welcome.
Let's roll the credits.
The project members featured in this month's episode are Emmanuel, Ethan, Gianna, Amari, Nyla, Jayden, Lakshmi, Rosneyri, and me, Karen.
The adults featured in this month's episode are Tim J. Lord, Frankie J. Alvarez, January LaVoy, Rachel Dean, and Celia Keenan-Bolger.
Another shout out to the kids and adult volunteers in the spring 2017 Playmaking class.
The PROJcast theme song was created by Justin and his smart partner Eric March.
And performed by Marinda Anderson, Rebecca, and Nicole.
Music in today's episode by Avi Amon, Kim Sherman, Wes Braver, and Patrick Barnes.
The PROJcast logo was created by Iris Brown.
Audio assistance from Jonathan Anderson, Avi Amon, and Brian Freeland.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Just search the 52nd Street Project.
The 52nd Street Project is supported by public funds from New York City's Department of Cultural Affairs, the New York State Council of the Arts, and by the National Endowment for the Arts.
The 52nd Street Project is a non-profit organization, and we're able to do what we do because of generous folks like you. Please go to our website, 52project.org/donate, to check out how you can support us.
Every little bit helps.
And if you find yourself in New York on December 8th, 9th, or 10th, be sure to check out Stirring the Pot, the Spicy Plays. Our fall 2017 Playmaking class just got back from a trip where they wrote 10 brand new original plays, and our company of adult volunteers has been working super hard to bring these plays to life. So, for more information and to reserve your free tickets, go to 52project.org. So that's everything.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to share with the world?
Follow me on Instagram at... I'm just kidding. Yeah, don't follow me.
All right, let's sign off.
Yeah.
Bye, Karen. I'll miss you.
Or bye.
Bye, everyone. See you next month.
See you next month.
Wait, nothing rhymes with month.
On the 52nd Street Projcast.